Brought to you by WHOU and WFKT, by Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KVHC, County Ag and Turf, Holton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, Napa and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson and Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
All right, good evening and welcome to Hampden Academy, where tonight we have a Class A matchup featuring the visiting Lawrence Bulldogs squaring off against the home Hampden Academy Broncos. Tonight you have Brian Lincoln alongside Brian Stackpole. Brian running a few minutes late, so getting started without, but should be along shortly here in our J. McLaughlin pregame show. Let's talk about these visiting Lawrence Bulldogs coming in, currently situated in the number 3 spot in Class A, with a record of 7-4, coming into this contest averaging just over 43 points per game and only allowing 45, so -2 on the point differential. And for this home Hampden Academy Broncos team, coming in sitting atop of Class A, so Lawrence looking up to them, record of 10-1. They average just a shade over 44 points a contest, allowing 32 points a game. And a team that is familiar with sitting on top of Class A, had a lot of perennial success in the A ranks, and a game featuring these two teams. It'll be the one and only matchup between these two squads throughout the regular season, so a lot of heel points on the line as Lawrence looking to boost their record, move up in the standings. Hampden looking to secure and stay on top of Class A and secure the number 1 seed. So just underneath 2 minutes to go here in the pregame. Teams will get set. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our County Federal Credit Union starting lineups from Hampden Academy. We'll be back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
Outfit your vehicle for tough jobs with commercial truck body and accessories at Maine Equipment in Herman, Maine. At Maine Equipment Company, we sell and install truck bodies, lift systems, garbage removal applications, and snow and sand spreading applications. Storage boxes and bed liners is also available. Call us at 207-848-5738. Dump bodies, hook lift hoists, truck bodies, sand and salt spreaders, rubbish packers. The right fit for your truck. The premier company in the state of Maine. Maine Equipment Company.
For drivers from Patton to Bangor and everywhere in between, buying from Thornton Brothers is a rewarding experience.
At Affordable Plumbing, we buy all our vans through Thornton Brothers. Not only do they have excellent customer service, but I'm treated like family when I walk through the door.
Get a fresh start with great deals on select new 2019 and 2020 Ram trucks and vans during the Start Something New sales event. Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be.
Please practice only positive support for our student athletes, coaches, and game officials. In the unfortunate event of emergency, all in attendance are asked to exit in an orderly fashion through the double doors located on either side of the main bleachers across from the scores table. Officials for tonight's contest are Mr. Bill Patterson, Mr. Ryan Susi, Mr. Sean Cunningham. Official scorekeepers, Mr. Jake Metzler. Timekeepers, Mrs. Amanda Grove. Now let's meet the starters for tonight's contest. First for Lawrence. Senior, number 2, Megan Curtis. Senior, number 3, Savannah Weston. Senior, number 24, Delaney Carr. Freshman, number 32, Hope Bouchard. Junior, number 34, Sarah Pola. Now for Hampden Academy. Senior, number 5, Ella Susan. Senior, number 12, Amelia McLaughlin. Senior, number 15, Lydia Berlin. Senior, number 21, Sydney Hartman. Junior, number 22, Megan Deans. Certified Athletic Trainers, Mr. Lucas Bartlett. Hampden Academy Athletic Directors, Mr. Fred Butler. At this time, would everyone in attendance please rise and respectfully remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem, performed tonight by Hampden Academy senior Miranda LaHaye.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, your starting lineups tonight presented by County Federal Credit Union. As always, thank you to our sponsors for allowing us to bring these games to you. So Lawrence will be in their road blues, and starting 5 featuring for them is Curtis, Weston, Carr, Bouchard, and Poli. And for the home Hampden Academy Broncos, they'll be in their home whites, featuring starting 5 of Susie, McLaughlin, Brilliant, Hodgson, and Megan Deans. So Mr. Patterson will jump it, and tap in the air will be controlled first by the Broncos. Working the perimeter outside will be Susie, right-hand side. Inside move, quickly out, Susie in. Nice find underneath. Shots can be put up and in, and right there is Megan Deans for the first 2 of the ballgame. Broncos in the half-court man-to-man. So you'll see dribble handoff out front for Bouchard. To work underneath. They're going to go inside, and the ball is going to be kicked and will remain with the Bulldogs. Sideline out of bounds, still trying to find it and get it in. They do to Poli. And Lawrence will set. He'll drive out front, ball's going to be tipped, and Loose and stolen away. Right there with it is Deans, and to the glass. Hodgson's shot too strong. Rebound retained by the Broncos, but can't get the second opportunity to fall. And now the Bulldogs will push ahead. Bouchard out front. Brilliant getting the assignment on her. And ball's going to be thrown out of bounds. Last touch to be a deflection off in the Broncos. Baseline force set as pass will come in out top to Weston. On the curl cut, ball's going to be tipped and stolen away. Right there was Hodgson with the hands. And quickly goes right-hand side, Susie. Susie looking to go underneath. Does just that. And at the free throw line, Susie going to drive. Good kick to Deans. Deans inside. Shot's too strong. And foul in a rebounding action will go against Deans. Be her first and at first of the ball game with 6:16 to play in the first. Pressure in the backcourt being applied by the Broncos. Still looking to get across. Going to be close to that 10 count. Finally gets it across as they get it into the hands of Weston. Cross court skip pass. 3-point shot's going to be off iron. No good. Offensive rebound's going to be put up and in. And right there on the putback is Poli. Knots us back up at 2 apiece. Broncos will wheel the perimeter. Going to drive inside his Deans. Quickly reels back out. Brilliant. Left hand dribble. Strong move inside by Susie, going to be bottled up and looking to get it out top. And we'll see a backcourt violation go against the Broncos. Caught at the half court, man in place by the Bulldogs. Hampden really looking for the dribble drive offense with so pass will come in over the top, looking to go to Poli. She's able to reel it in. Dribble drive into the paint. Ooh. Right there was Kyra, might have got away with steps, and the Broncos quickly racing ahead. Susie, nice inside pass to Deans, unable to get control and loses it out of bounds. One, 2-2 pressure being put on by the Broncos. This time the Bulldogs able to get it over much quicker. And they'll set offense. Going to lead to a 3-point try. Going to be left short by Bouchard. And Hampden Academy will now cross the timeline. In the corner. Hodgson, nice cut inside. Left-hand layup put up and in off the window by Amelia McLaughlin. It's a 4-2. Opportunity for Hampden to reset in that full court pressure. Lawrence able to avoid it this time, and a wide open layup going inside is Savannah Weston. Broncos looking to push pace ahead. Jump shot's going to be too strong there by Brilliant, but an offensive rebound will give them a second opportunity. Deans inside. Shot not going to go, but Pola going to get a piece of the iron. We'll see our first two from the charity stripe. Dean's able to connect on the first. We see Bort check in for second one, able to complete the pair. Bort checking in for Lawrence and Bella McLaughlin checking in for Hampden. Giving the Broncos a 2-point lead once again. Inside out. On the drive, shot going to be partially deflected and picked up right there with it is Deans. Now we see the Broncos racing ahead. Ball on the drive. Susie, left-hand side, will skip back out top. On the drive, McLaughlin finds her on the baseline. Baseline move, one-handed runner, won't go. And in rebounding action, tie-up arrow favors the Bulldogs. Substitutions in the game. See Brisk checking in for Hampden. And we also see Dunphy checking in for her first minutes of the ball game for the Bulldogs. 6-4 our score, 3:13 to play in the first quarter. As Lawrence looking to work the dribble handoff out front. A weave action around the perimeter. He'll get by the defender, steps into a three-point try, and Carr able to put it off the window for three. Give Lawrence their first lead of the game, 7-6. Brilliant left-hand side, ball's gonna be tipped, stolen away. Carr will slow it down and it'll go in the corner to Bork. And we're gonna get a foul inside, as I believe that one will go against Neal on the bump, fighting for position. And it will. So see Haskell checking in for Deans. And we'll see baseline out of bounds for the Bulldogs. Still looking to get in. Finally does out deep to Bork. Dunphy, right-hand side. Good contention on the defense by McLaughlin, and it's going to lead to a Bronco steal. And McLaughlin to the glass. Shot's too strong, but she'll get hit across the arms, and she'll see two from the line. First free throw going to be front iron. Hodgson checking back in here for the Broncos. Second one on the way, able to split the pair. Evens it back up at 7. Hampden still in the half court, man-to-man. Ball's going to be tipped and stolen away. Neal on the steal, to the glass for 2. Now we'll see the Bulldogs set offense in the half court. Really trying to overload one side and try and clear up space on the other for a post-up. More of a sag man being played by the Broncos. Shot inside. Going to be able to count the bucket and one. Strong take once again by Carr. Gives her the opportunity to conventional three-point play. So foul will go against Amelia McLaughlin. Be her first. Converts on the free throw opportunity. Puts them back ahead by 1, 10-9. Broncos will work perimeter, looking to go underneath on the cut. And we're going to get a reach and a bump, which will go against the Bulldogs, and that'll go against Bork. Leaves us with 1:20 to play in the first. Pass on the inbound. Will come in. Shot put up and in. Right there is Bella McLaughlin. 4-2. Makes it 11-10. On the drive, kick out. It'll be Bork. She'll come near side Carr. Had the hot hand here early for the Bulldogs, trying her efforts at that three, but that one's going to be off. No good. And rebound hauled in by the Broncos. Right-hand side, Neal. Looking to work inside. We'll go out with Hodgson. On the drive. Ooh, nice move. Step by there by Bella McLaughlin. And gives her team a 3-point lead at 13-10 with 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Carr in the corner. Quick pulling three is going to be off iron by Bort. And Neal will push ahead. Neal, free throw lines. Stop and pop won't go. And it'll ride out of bounds. And we'll give it to the Bulldogs with 16 and a half to play in the quarter. Opportunity to trim the deficit from three. Looking to find Dunphy and does. Shot is not going to get up in time at the horn. So after one complete, it's Hampden Academy 13, Lawrence 10. We'll be back with second quarter action in 60 seconds on WHOU.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
The road to planning your financial future can seem like an uphill battle, with countless goals and paths to choose from. The most suitable place to begin is with Thompson Hamel LLC for a free financial checkup. Thompson Hamel has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Let them help guide you through all the phases of your life. To get to your destination, you have to start. Start today so you're better prepared for tomorrow. Thompson Hamel LLC. Your family, your future.
Amelia McLaughlin tickles the twine for 2. So back up to a 7-point lead, 19-12 is the score with 4:52 left to go in the second quarter. Curtis drives one-handed. Good rebound there by her teammate, and the putback is no good as Weston tried to get it. Now the Broncos with another chance going on. McLaughlin swung around, good up and down effort. Brilliant, and then feeds for the 3. That one is not going to be good as it was a little long by McLaughlin. Rebounds back out by the Broncos. Susie, handoff, gets it over to McLaughlin. Left dribble, good bounce pass, and another mid-range jumper. Back-to-back buckets by Brillant. And that's going to prompt the 30-second timeout from the Lawrence Bulldogs. With 4:18 left to go in the first half, it's 21-12, and this has been a pretty good game, but the Broncos defending the old barn quite nicely here for the first quarter and a half.
No, they have. They, like I talked about, limiting each other to one-and-dones on both offensive ends, and Hampden just done a good job forcing the issue, getting the ball inside, and able to convert on, good open looks.
It's probably a good timeout here from Coach Chesley just to make sure everything is calm, cooled, and collected before you get going and let this lead get even bigger and bigger for this Broncos side. So both teams will break out of the respective huddles. And Lawrence going from left to right across your screen here. We'll inbound the ball on the far side.
Talked a little bit about it in the pregame, Brian. Lawrence currently sitting third in the North standings, and these teams only play once on the season, and it's a road matchup for Lawrence. So a lot of heel points on the line for both these ball clubs.
It's incredible when you think about it, too, as the foul will be called on Hampden at the top of the key, but we're getting closer and closer to the month of February. I think we're less than a month out from the high school basketball tournament, which seems like it was just yesterday we began the season.
Yep, 3.5 weeks.
Lob in underneath. Beating her defender to the left block is Savannah Weston for the 2. Hampden quickly works the ball around. Here's the drive in. This one's going to be a foul. The bucket does not roll through for Deans, but she'll get 2 freebies coming up in a moment.
Tell you what, they like to push the issue and get up the floor. So as soon as you score, you got to really get back in transition, because transition offense is something that Coach Winchester likes to get out and run.
First free throw is up, a tad too long. She'll get a second shot here in a moment. Lead still 21-14 in favor of the Broncos. Second one is up, and that one clings off the right side. A little backcourt pressure after the rebound. Was eluded nicely by this Lawrence side. Carr running the show currently. She'll hand it off. Here's the three-point attempt from the wing. That will be no good. Rebounds out nicely. And that one's pulled down by Haskell. Three-pointer deep. That one is off the front iron. Rebounds a long one. Gets back out underneath. It's Hampden with it, but they're going to call that a carry.
Yeah, good job by Haskell to follow her own shot, get a second chance opportunity, but just gathered underneath the basketball.
3:22 left to go in the first half of play. 21-14 here. Thank you for making us part of your Tuesday evening on WHOU.
She's going to have to get across, almost nearing a 10-second violation.
Curtis finally does after being coached on by her head coach. They'll try to feed it underneath. A little bit of a tussle there, and I think they're going to call Hampden for the foul, and that will be the case, as that'll go on Bella McLaughlin. That'll be the 16th foul also on the Broncos.
Both her and Neal playing huge minutes so far off the bench for the Broncos, as we now see Neal checking back in for her.
Inbound underneath. Lawrence going to get it in here soon. Long pass, and it gets to Bork. She'll get it over to her teammate. Carr now with it. Pulls up for a deep 3. That one's going to miss well short. Broncos must have thought it was deflected. They tried to save it and ultimately do so. Getting the ball out to McLaughlin. She crosses the half-court stripe, now swinging around to her teammates. Here's the handoff. The drive in, the dish out. Neal with a good dribble move, now picks it up. Swings it around, good passing in underneath. Beautiful spin move, doesn't get it over the front iron. But you're seeing some brilliance underneath, even with the points not going through there.
Like I said, really trying to key in on that, and Lawrence allowing the entry pass, just trying to, play back and then double down.
Work the ball across to the top. Right off the knee, or off the foot rather. Looking brilliant, goes all the way up, a collision, and that one's going to result in 2 free throws. Good to see both players getting up without any injury there. One of the worst injuries you can have is those knee-to-knee collisions. Feel awful.
Nope, those ones aren't the best, that's for sure.
2 free throws coming up. First one is going to be off. Second one upcoming. Still a 7-point lead for the Broncos at home with 2:07 left to go in the second. Both teams committing 6 fouls at this point. Quick timeout will be called by Coach Winchester on the sidelines. It'll be a full 60-second timeout. We will step aside for a minute as well. We'll be back with more from Hampden Academy when we return in 60 seconds on WHOU.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Back on WHOU after the 60-second timeout called by Hampden after they extended their lead up to 8 points. 22-14 is the score. 2:07 left to go in the half. Brian Stackpole, Ryan Lincoln with you, and we appreciate you joining us here on WHOU as Lawrence in blue, crossing the half-court stripe. Curtis swings it to Weston, now into the corner. The possession of Bork. Now they're trying to work it underneath. They will do so. Falling down to the ground is Philippe Dunphy. It's corralled back around by the Bulldogs. Curtis.
Hampden really now playing more of a sag man.
Oh, Banks at home. I didn't know Banks were open this late in Hampden, but evidently it is for the 3.
Not only that, but a corner 3 at that.
Those are some of the easier ones to bank in if you have the option, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Not to say that that wasn't called like that. This is a pull-up deep 2. It's going to be off. Rebound out to Lawrence. Now they're running the other way with Bork.
Game of runs so far. Let's see if Lawrence can make a run of their own here.
They would love to get a bucket or 2 before the break. See if they're able to do so. Bork to Carr. She goes from right to left. Good defense there, swarming on the man-to-man. And then there's a double dribble called by 2 officials on either side.
Kind of a tough one. You couldn't really tell whether or not she lost handle of it when she went into the defender and, carried it over and put it down on the deck twice.
McLaughlin will take the ball handling duties, at least for the moment. Gets it over to Hodgson. Now to Neal. Under a minute to play. Clock reads 45 seconds.
We've seen a switch that Coach Chesley made in the timeout. Now they're fronting down in the post and not allowing that entry pass.
Down to 33 seconds on the clock. Neal with it on the far side. Swung back out to the top. Hodgson with it. Now swung all the way down to the corner on this near left side. The drive in. The runner. Little baby hook will not drop for Haskell. And Lawrence comes out with the rebound, and a quick timeout will be called. It'll be 30 seconds, so we'll keep it here with 21.2 left on the clock. And this is a biggie for the Bulldogs. Ryan, put yourself in the coach's shoes. What are you drawing up here? Or who are you looking for the bucket?
I mean, Carr's had the hot hand so far early for the Bulldogs. You're just really trying to get points up on the board. I mean, anything attacking the basket, it's going to put you on the free throw line as next fouls in the 1-and-1. So they've really been trying to work that overload on one side and try and wheel around the perimeter. So I would try and get something on a dribble drive penetration, try and see if they'll double down and get an easy one off the window.
And we'll see what Hampden comes out with the defense. It looks like full court pressure, which makes some sense. Make them eat as much time as possible. Make this inbound a little bit more chaotic. Next foul would be at least 1 and 1, so have to be cognizant of that with 15 seconds left. Ball with Bork, being guarded by Neal. Over to Curtis, it's going to be stripped. Neal has some space, some time, 6 seconds. Good pass underneath, but it's going to be dispossessed with 3.9, but it will stay with Hampden. Substitution will be coming in. It'll be Dunphy for the Bulldogs, as she'll spell, at least for the Reindeer, likely Poli.
In a situational here, you really work on your baseline out of bounds in practice to try and get easy buckets. Opportunity, look for this one here.
Inbound pass, 2 seconds on the clock. The runner up, and it falls down through at the buzzer for Amelia McLaughlin. And at the break, it'll be a 24-17 lead for the home Broncos of Hampden Academy. And they just galloped their way to a nice bucket before the break, which, again, you're going to have 10 minutes on the clock for the half, but you have to assume there's going to be a little bit of a momentum into that halftime.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you've seen Coach Chesley wasn't too happy. You use one of your timeouts with less than 30 seconds to go in the half. You're really trying to get something at the basket and couldn't handle the ball out front. Leads to a turnover and leads to points up on the other end. I mean, they held Hampden Academy to only 4 points there in the last 4.5 minutes and really couldn't take advantage of it. They got it down within 5, and now they trail at the break by 8.
Yeah, right now 24-17. The halftime clock starts to tick away, and the halftime adjustments will begin for both teams. For the Lawrence Bulldogs, at least, they're only down by that 24-17 score, and that's reasonable, especially the way they look towards the end there. But that maybe backbreaker will be that bucket by McLaughlin late in the contest, at least late in the first half. Well, with that, sorry, right?
No, you're good. You're all set.
I was going to say, with that in mind, we will step aside for a little halftime break. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, come back with a little bit more analysis here as the Hampden Academy pep band starts rocking and rolling here. So we'll step aside in 3 minutes' time. We'll come back with more from Hampden Academy on WHOU.
We all know a Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snow blowers. Full service department with parts in stock.
Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. We now offer heavy equipment and truck repair at our shop on 289 Station Road in New Limerick. Call Steelstone Industries at 532-2675. Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. Whether you're working hard in the woods or digging in the dirt, Nortrax has the new and used heavy equipment you need. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support, plus around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our service technicians, parts specialists, and product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car.
Sorry.
You could also light a pile of money on fire.
Sorry.
Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
This is Neil. Can I help you? You're where? I'll be right there. What'd you guys do?
Giving steals.
That's all you did?
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. I guess there is something wrong with giving away steals.
Still, this 2016 CRV SC now only $17,995.
I don't know why.
They were good steals.
MMG Insurance is a proud sponsor of high school basketball. Founded in 1897 and based in Presque Isle, MMG has independent insurance agents across Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. MMG has recently received a national award in innovation, was recognized as the Maine Company of the Year by the Maine Insurance Agents Association, and again named among the best places to work in Maine. Find out more about MMG by visiting our website, mmgins.com. MMG Insurance, protecting your piece of the world. Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
TheCounty.me, your source for countywide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
I think that you'll see Coach Winchester will kind of go back more to a little bit of that full court pressure. It really gave Lawrence fits and gave them opportunities to get some quick turnovers and turn it into points in transition. And I believe that's something that you'll see more of in the second half. And on the flip side for Lawrence, Hampden Academy really pressing the issue, trying to go underneath two Deans and Brilliant. And Lawrence, the last 2 minutes after Coach Chesley took a timeout, instead of defending from behind and allowing the entry pass inside, they switched and had a front and a double front and back, which really made Hampden reset and try and get more of dribble penetration, and gave them some pull-up pops from just inside the arc and weren't able to get it to fall. So we'll see what Coach Chesley comes up with offensively to kind of get some more looks, because offensively they just really haven't had good opportunities. Hampden's done a good job defensively in the half court and forced Lawrence into a lot of tough shots. They haven't had a lot of good open looks. A couple of their good open looks honestly came in beating the pressure, but the pressure also gave them fits.
It's one of those interesting scenarios where the defense has been played fairly good from both teams, but got to make the most of your opportunities. Some free throws have been missed as well, noticing from both sides. That could be something they could fix up, but both these teams really have aspirations once mid-February rolls around of hoisting a regional, if not a gold ball. And the Broncos, too, even after losing an incredible player like Bailey Donovan, who's right now racking up award after award after award as Rookie of the Year, or Rookie of the Week, I should say, in the North Atlantic Conference, they're still pretty well versed enough that they seemingly are going to make another run at a title.
Perennial club in Class A, have been for years, and Coach Winchester, night in and night out, really has his ball club where they need to be, and he's a good prep guy, has his girls always on the same page and knowing where they need to be. So a team that you're always going to expect that's going to be in the conversation. And for Lawrence, as we talked about, the lone game that they play against each other, and this is a game where going into the halftime locker room, you're dealing with this 7-point deficit, but a deficit that if you're thinking on the road, if you say that you got Hampden at home only down by 7, you got yourself in a good position. But like we talked about, they need to get going offensively, and it's tough against a Hampden team that plays very well pressure defense in the half court.
I always say it when watching a basketball game, especially one as tight as this one currently. It really comes out to how the first couple of minutes in the second half plays out, and that'll be a key component to who will ultimately become the victor on this cold January night. But with that backdrop, we are going to step aside again. We'll take a 90-second break. When we come back, we'll have the second half for you from Hampden Academy as the Lawrence Bulldogs and Hampden Academy Broncos square off here in the second half, and we'll see that in 90 seconds time on WHOU.
Out here, builders choose Advantech products to provide a durable base that helps prevent bouncing and warping. So in here, you can enjoy the beauty of luxurious finished floors without worrying about pops, squeaks, or creaks. Because out here, and in here, there's no better sound than the peace and quiet that comes from Advantech products. The flat-out best for a quiet, stiff floor.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
Hi from Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
About ready to get this second half underway, 24-17. The lead for Hampden Academy over Lawrence currently, with scheduled 16 more minutes left to play. Both teams back out there on their respective sides.
See it be Lawrence basketball to begin the second half. We'll see, an opportunity for something drawn up to begin the half, try and get a quick bucket.
It's now time for the injury report, brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back into sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. With 5 locations in Aroostook County and a new location in Bangor, visit www.countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. And both teams, a little physical underneath, but no real injuries to account for, at least in the game action, as the runner is good. Nicely done there by number 24, Delaney Carr.
Al had the hot hand in the first half for the Bulldogs. Why not try and go back to her here to start the second?
And that's just what you want if you're a Bulldog fan. Now quickly, Hampden works back underneath. That one dancing on the iron and then falls down through for Megan Deans.
Well, that's another thing we talked about. They went back to just playing in behind, and Deans able to use her body and put it in for 2.
And Deans using her wide stance to wreak havoc on the Bulldogs in the backcourt, but they get it over the timeline. Now a little space and some contact as well, as the first foul of the second half will be called. Or at least I was going to say, was it a foul or was it out of bounds? I think they're going to.
I think Mr. Patterson had a blocking foul. They're going to shoot 2 here. Yeah.
Initially I thought it was a foul, but then the lack of anything being called there gave me pause. But by the way, WHOU will be streaming the All Aroostook Band Festival on Saturday at 2 p.m. from Ashland High School. This is going to be a free broadcast on WHOU.live. You ever play an instrument, Ryan?
I did back in elementary school, and I did it for 2 years, and was one of those things where I credit every kid that does it because it just wasn't something for me.
What was your instrument?
Tried the trumpet out for a little while, and that was something that was very interesting to say the least, but my cousin was huge into the clarinet, so I tried that for a year, and tell you what, very difficult.
So 2 different instruments.
Yes.
Deans gets the ball fed to her. Now it's trying to find it underneath. It's going to be taken away. Ball gets dispossessed and now is in the possession of Carr once more. This is a jazz trombonist at Ellsworth High School for many moons.
Kudos to you. Just like I tried the guitar one time, but that just was something that didn't work out. Maybe it was because I was more of a Angus Young kind of guy, and trying to shred something like that just ain't easy.
You'd look good in one of those caps, though. Ball being worked on the far side. And they're trying to work around the perimeter. In the possession now of Poli. It's going to be taken away. It's going to tiptoe around the sidelines, but finally fall out. Good chase there given by Susie.
Might try and see some more ball screens. I mean, they're just really stagnant, really hanging out around the perimeter, trying to find, dribble looks off the basketball and just unable to get them.
Bouchard trying to drive in. Again, great defense, swarming defense by the Broncos.
Well, their length is going to cause a lot of issues in the half court for a lot of teams. I mean, Hampden, not so much, they're a taller group, but really have arm extension and length, as it shows right there.
A little bit of contact underneath, but not enough to warrant the foul. Then a tie-up, which will favor the Hampden Academy Broncos underneath. Good effort there from Weston, but didn't have the greatest angle.
I mean, it's like the land of the trees in there between Brillant, Hodgson, and Deans. Just 3 towers.
And all can shoot the ball, including Brillant for 3. That one's going to be just a little off the right side. Rebound with ease to Weston.
See, like this situation here, probably like good ball screen with Carr there, and just, you know, she zigged when she thought she was going to zag and maybe try and get some more look on that roll to the basket.
Yeah, Carr was just looking for the pass. Curtis was looking for the pass on the move. Unfortunately, that was a turnover for the Bulldogs. But fortunately for Hampden, now they have a chance to break this pressure and get some points on the board. But a travel will be called after the jump stop. Pivot leg was dragging, so it'll be another turnover on the Broncos. And now the Bulldogs will be going the other way with 5:19 in the third quarter left on the clock and a 5-point lead for Hampden. Crowd oohing and ahhing, thinking that might have been a travel. Carr instead swings it over to Polai. Now to Curtis. Now Polai jumper just inside the arc is going to be missed. Rebound out to Brillant. Hodgson gets the pass over. McLaughlin back to Hodgson. Cross court over. Susie, she'll drive in. Now McLaughlin, good pump fake. Drives in the center of the lane. A little collision there between her and number 32, Hope Bouchard. And that will result in the first foul called on the Bulldogs of the second half.
Hampden, very quick first step off the dribble. I like that one right there. Good little rip and go action towards the hoop and able to draw contact and 2 from the stripe.
Correct myself, the foul called on Curtis. Bouchard was in the mix, but 2 players converged and Curtis gets the foul called on her. First up and good for Amelia McLaughlin. And second one, a replication of the first, and a timeout will be called on the floor. 60-second variety, which means we'll step aside for a minute as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on WHOU.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare, from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home health care.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I really love to do.
Back here on WHOU, 28-21 is the score after the 2 free throws are good by the Broncos, who will now come out in full court pressure. Lawrence started really strong, getting a couple buckets to go. But back up to the 7-point lead, which we had at half. This one's going to be deflected. They got to get over the timeline. They finally do so. It's into Weston. Trying to get the cross-court pass to Curtis. Polak comes out with it, luckily for the Bulldogs. Now a deep 3 rather. That one's going to be deflected out off the rebound, and it's picked up by McLaughlin.
There's that pressure I was telling you about, Brian. I was wondering when they're going to come back with it. They got a couple deflections and tips there, just weren't able to come away with it.
Susie drives in to Brillant, and she gets that one. Brillant gets the bucket from just inside the arc. It's now a 9-point advantage, 30-21.
And this is the type of game Hampden Academy wants to play, up and down and pressure D.
Oh, lowering the shoulder. We'll see the foul, and that will be an offensive. But he just lowered the shoulder down there. Pretty obvious call for the official on the far side. That'll be the second on Brillant. Also the second on the Broncos here in the quarter. Can the Bulldogs break the pressure? Pass in.
There it is.
They finally broke it. Polai swings it around. Got a decent look for 3. That one's going to be off the back iron. Rebounds battled for. It's going to be picked back up by Weston. Bork swings it. And this one's going to be a tie-up. Quick call there.
I think got a little lucky there. Probably easily could have been called with a carry.
So the ball will be inbounded. They try to work it into Polai. They will get it there.
Good move.
Very nice in the lane, going from left to right. She'll draw the foul. and get the free throws coming up with 3:31 in the quarter left to go in the third. First one coming up for the junior. Going to be missed. 3 substitutions. Neal and Bella McLaughlin in for the Broncos, and number 22, Victoria Dunphy, back in for the Bulldogs. Second one right through the cylinder. Now an 8-point contest. No one in the backcourt for the Broncos. Finally, some help comes. And now quickly over the half-court stripe.
See if they try and go down to Dean's here.
Ball swung around. Good pump fake. The drive in. Good move towards the dish, but unable to get it to drop, and a rebound by Sarah Poli. Curtis, good ball move. He gets it back out around the perimeter. Just over 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter, 30-22. And there's going to be a little hand check there called on the Broncos for their 4th foul of the quarter. Coach Winchester doesn't seem to be pleased.
Pleading his case for a double dribble there.
The high lob pass, a little too long, but Polak gathers it up with relative ease. Being guarded by Neal. Back to midcourt. She'll hand it off to her teammate in Carr. Carr works from the left side to the right side, drives in the middle lane, beats her defender, count it, and one. Nice, nifty move by Delaney Carr, the senior.
Carr doing a good job offensively, been the catalyst for the Bulldogs, and opportunity for the conventional 3 here.
Shot is going to be up, and it is good. So the 3-point play the hard way. Hampden now with a little bit more of a tenuous 5-point advantage.
Scoring at a premium here in the second half.
The drive through, and that's a good way to answer back as the bucket is good from Amelia McLaughlin.
Allows Hampden to get back into this full court pressure. Yeah, going to be back court. Yeah, it's a good call by veteran official Billy Patterson.
Cubs there, very confident on his call, as he should. 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Back to a 7-point advantage for the Broncos. Hoping to add on to that here. Neal with the ball, foul line extended beyond the arc. Drive in. This one going to be just a little short. Second chance opportunity. That one hangs up and then finally drops down. The rebound on the third effort will result in a foul. It will be an inbounding foul, however. That'll be called on Poli. Good stick-to-itiveness of the Broncos on second and third chance opportunities. Wide open 3-pointer after a collision off the ball. Going to be missed, and then Brilliant, almost like a hip check, collides with the Lawrence player. And I think it's going to be a foul on Megan Curtis for Lawrence. She got the brunt of that one, though. Bound to Brilliant, being guarded by number 22 in Dunphy, who just picked up the foul. Ooh, beautiful dribble move, beats her defender, but can't get the bucket. Give credit where credit is due to McLaughlin. She's got some speed and some good ball handling skills, but unable to finish around the rim.
Turned the corner very well, and Bulldogs defenders there able to make it a tough altered shot by just stepping in the way, staying straight up.
Yeah, by no means was it wide open. Good closeout defense by Lawrence. And speaking of good moves, nice move over there just beyond the right block, but that one's going to be missed. Dunphy can't complete it. It's the ones you're going to look back and maybe want at the end of the day. Gains of the ball, good dribble move, back around. Here's a drive in, Neal, back out. Thought about the 3-pointer for a second, instead resets.
Very disciplined offense are the Broncos.
Drive in, dish off, right block, little space, and that one goes in good for Megan Deans.
Dribble drive, they doubled up, little dish off, and easy 2 off the window.
Good passing back, cross court. They finally get it over. Weston then feeds it for a 3. That one's going to be just short. Rebounds pulled down by the Broncos after that one goes awry by Carr. Neal streaking through. Now Brittle into the top. She gets it fed to her. Now it's reset. Dean's with it in the corner on this near right side. Good rotation off the ball by the Broncos team. 23 seconds on the clock. Feeding it now to Deans. Back out. 3-pointer from Neal. High arcing 3. Just missing off to the left side. Rebound down to Weston. Just over 10 seconds left to play in the third quarter. They try to feed it inside. There will be a foul called. There's a little collision underneath. And I think Deans will be called for that one.
Yeah, opportunity here on this baseline out of bounds. We're going to get a timeout taken here by Coach Chesley. So it's going to be a full one.
It'll be a full timeout. We will step aside for 30 seconds and be back with a final 7.5. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on WHOU.
Don't get flush traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
Brian Stackpole, Ryan Lincoln with you here with 7.5 seconds left on the third quarter clock. A 34-25 advantage for Lawrence. The Bulldogs called a 60-second timeout, trying to set things up here nicely for a chance at a bucket before the buzzer.
Chance for momentum to head into the final frame, trailing by 9. Opportunity to try and get it down to 7 or 6 if they can get something off this inbound here.
A 9-point lead in 8 minutes to play is not an insurmountable lead, but you'd like to make it a nice, more palatable 7 or 6, depending on how this works out. It all comes down to the inbound. Curtis trying to find her teammate, does in Weston. She drives baseline, little contact there. It goes to the Broncos. 2 seconds on the clock. The half-court heave is good. From the half, it goes down through McLaughlin. I think she hit that one from Washington County.
You want to talk about momentum, momentum swing, and tide has changed, continues the other way.
Goodness gracious. Well, a 3-pointer at the buzzer gives, I think, the largest lead so far for the Broncos, 37-25. We will step aside for 30 seconds and come back with fourth quarter action for you in just a moment here on WHOU. Back in third.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
We are back with the final 8 to play from Hampden Academy. And we appreciate you joining us here on this Tuesday. By the way, turning time, 30 days away. 30 days. Can you believe it?
Nope, can't believe it. Seems like just the other day we were doing our opening game up to Howland. So, like we talked about, a lot of heel points on the line here, and nice move inside there. Good dribble drive by Hodgson.
Yeah, Sydney Hodgson, the senior, gets the bucket and a 14-point advantage. That'll prompt Polai, the senior, coming back in for the Bulldogs in a second. Here's the drive in. Carr losing the handle. Broncos back out with it. Could that bucket at the buzzer be the momentum that they needed from the Hampden side to pull out the home victory? This one deflected back out towards midcourt. Broncos get it back around. Hodgson with it. Swung it around to the long-range sniper, McLaughlin. I think I could take that shot 20 times and probably never hit it. I've actually tried to do it a couple times at the Cross Insurance Center floor. Another drive in from Hodgson, a little too hard off the glass, rebounded by the Bulldogs.
If you're the Bulldogs, that's what you're going to need, defensive stops and offensive chances to go.
The drive in the dish back out, in the possession of Bork. Feeds it to her teammate. Carr losing it though. A little collision underneath, not enough to warrant a foul call. The Broncos going either way, trying to add on to their largest lead of the night.
Defensive pressure just been a lot. Oh, nice move.
Beautiful pass back out. Doesn't go the first time. Second chance opportunity after the feed to Brillant is good.
Yeah, Hampden has just turned on the Jets here the last 3 minutes of this game, and really that 7-point lead stayed still for most of the quarter in the third.
This one banked home. Nice bucket there, I believe from Hope Bouchard. 6 minutes and change left in the contest. 41-27, Hampden on top of Lawrence. Broncos with the ball. Ball swung around. McLaughlin back to that was Hodgson. Now back to McLaughlin. Now to Neal. Foul line extended. Had a little bit of a step. Now they get to Brillant. She uses her size, draws the contact, and she'll be called for the foul. Not what the Hampden faithful were looking for on the play. But an offensive foul nonetheless. It's Curtis, Poli, and Deans come in for Lawrence, the first two, and Hampden respectively.
Not really sure I've seen a player control on that one. I mean, kind of sandwiched in between two defenders, and if anything, no call.
They always talk about this mythical makeup calls. You wonder if maybe there might have been some contact earlier, or maybe it was just that Coach Chesley got in the ear of the officiating crew. Nonetheless, Weston with the ball, good back and forth, and that one up off the left-handed, good for two. Back to a more palatable 12-point contest for Lawrence. They're trailing here in the barn, or the stable, I guess. Appropriately named here for the Broncos. Here's a deep three-pointer, and that one is cash. Big bucket for Hodgson from long range.
Yeah, Hodgson says, I'll take it, I'll make it, put 3 on the board.
And how about a steal for her efforts? Back-to-back big plays. McLaughlin swings it around. She gets the ball back, fed to her. Dean's with it on the wing. She'll drive baseline this near right side. Little contact, back around. Be reset now, Neal. Almost a miscommunication, but picked up by Bella McLaughlin. Hodgson thought about a deep three. Instead, they'll reset. A little bit of space. The runner in the lane, just a tad too long. Amelia almost had the two.
Good rip and go, just couldn't get it to fall.
15-point lead with 4:26 left to go. Spin move in the lane, going away from the bucket, doesn't drop. Rebound by McLaughlin after that one just narrowly misses. Some of the fans calling for something on the far side. Neal gets the not the bucket, but the run into the lane. That one's going to miss hard off the glass. Rebound back out. Lawrence going. The drive in. The free throw's coming up. There's a good drive towards the dish by number 32. And Hope Bouchard, who will now try her hand at the charity stripe.
So if you're Lawrence, obviously what you want, time not a factor with these free throws.
These are the best kind of points. Ones where no time come off the clock. You just have to make them. Couple substitutions for Hampden. So we see Emma Haskell back in the game along with the senior, Lydia Brillant. And Cash. These are pretty good free throws right there. Not much better you could do. Hodgson with some brilliant passing. Gets it to Deans. Almost taken away. She goes down hard. It is finally dispossessed. Curtis running the point, crossing the half-court stripe. 3:41 left to go in the contest. The drive of the lane is going to be deflected, but it's back out. Here's the drive in. Bork finds it somehow, but the block underneath by Hampden on that right side. It'll stay with the Bulldogs.
See what they can get off this 4-flat set. Usually on these ones, try and watch backside. Quickly shut off by Deans, though.
Bork at the top of the key. She'll take the three. Got it. Big buckets for number 1, Alyssa Bork, the junior, with ice in her veins.
Gives them a chance to set back up into this three-quarter court pressure.
10-point game. Still double digits for Hampden. They got to be wary of the counterattack. Good pump fake. Now this one up. Doesn't drop. Haskell thought she had the 2. Instead, it goes to the Bulldogs. A chance to make this a single-digit deficit.
Lawrence looking to make a run of their own. Opportunity to get it in at single digits on this possession.
Bouchard drives in. Back out. Polite for 3. Just missing. Rebound is out. Amelia McLaughlin. Long pass. Finds Haskell. Working it into Deans. It's going to be a little, well, I guess it's going to be a timeout called by the Hampden sidelines. 2:44 left to go in the contest. 60-second timeout. We will step aside for 30 seconds. Be back with more from Hampden Academy. 30 seconds here on WHOU.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Back at Hampden Academy. It's been a tight contest. Hampden starting to run away with it in the second half, but the Bulldogs have tightened the leash, so to speak. Trailing by only 10 points now, 44-34 with 2:44 left on the clock. A lot of 4s up there on that scoreboard. 8 fouls committed by Hampden, 3 from the Bulldogs. Much cleaner second half from the road team from Lawrence.
Yeah, Never really heard the term. 4s are wild, but I guess we're going with it tonight, huh?
That means we got some copyrights, right? We can put that up there. Well, after the timeout for Coach Winchester, I think he's got 2 remaining. Ball is inbounded. Broncos looking and hoping to maybe get the lead back up to a dozen or a baker's dozen. Would really like a bucket.
I would assume probably more of a 5-out motion and just really, only look that they're trying to look is to get something that's wide open to the basket.
Bulldogs looking like they were trying to foul, reaching and grabbing, but it's a late call, which results in Brilliant going down to the floor. Foul will be called on Megan Curtis. That'll be her 3rd, team's 4th.
2:26 to go in the game. Just going to play the foul game and get the game extended a little bit. Try and see if they can get some traps, cause a turnover.
Well, the problem is they get a foul quite a few times. This one up does not go down through.
And if you're Coach Chesley, that's exactly what you want. Coach Winchester not liking that, and he's going to quickly go to his bench.
Work the ball, Curtis for 3. Good! Wow, what a shot from the left foul line extended as Megan Curtis gets the trifecta.
Mark it back down to a 7-point game, right where we're at the half.
A little bit of a bump. That's going to be on Curtis again. That'll be now 4 on her. Still now 2 more fouls to give if you're Lawrence before you send the bonus situation to the Broncos. Neal will come back at the contest. 1:58 on the clock, 44-37. Hampden on top. Lob pass into Brillant. Now to Neal. And then that's going to be foul. Actually, I think they called the one before that on 24. So if that's the case, that will be foul number 4 on Curtis.
See, late game situations like this, it's tough because you know that the other team's going to foul, and it's a tough one because you don't really want to, draw the intentional. So really got to make a presence to try and go after the basketball.
Well, they need one more foul, Lawrence does. Oh, good ball move. They swing it around. Deans with it. Polai will guard her. Back up the top of the key to McLaughlin. Now to Bruin. Being guarded there by Weston. That's going to be the reach-in foul, and I think that was the one they wanted, as Carr will pick up that one.
So now we'll see bonus the rest of the way for both teams.
Well, the way Lawrence is shooting from beyond the arc, you'd think they've had a shot to come back in this contest. It really comes down to these free throws and 2 big, or at least one biggie first for the senior McLaughlin.
Late game situations, gotta close out with free throws, and Coach Winchester, that's what you like to see right there. Hopefully she can complete the pair from the line.
Second one is up and good.
Does just that.
And that's what you want from your senior, hitting those freebies. Now we can see what the Bulldogs do. The drive in, this one off the window and good, and a quick timeout after that one goes through for Hope Bouchard. It'll be a 60-second timeout, and you know what? We're going to step aside for 30 seconds as well. We'll come back with the last 83 seconds here in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
Back on WHOU from Hampden Academy. 46-39 the score after the bucket by the Bulldogs. Then calling a timeout from their sidelines. One timeout left for the Lawrence team. So we'll keep that in mind as we progress. The final 83 seconds of scheduled basketball on the clock here, at least in regulation.
1:23 to go. You're going to play some extended pressure here. Just depends on how long we'll see that they wait to commit the foul. You're looking to extend this game, so maybe try and get a trap in the backcourt. If you can't immediately get it, then you're going to, get the reach as you see it probably right now.
Get it back to Neal. Maybe a better option to foul. Another one is going to be picked up there by Delaney Carr. That'll be her third foul. And offensive defensive switches, you can imagine here with 4 fouls on Curtis. She checks back in the game. Bork checks out.
So still a 7-point edge for the Broncos.
Still 1-1. That one is good. When Hampden's needed the clutch free throws, they're now 3 for 3. This one is missed. Brillant, though, gets and tracks down the rebound. McLaughlin cross court over to McLaughlin. Good move. Then finally the foul will be called after the ball was swung into the corner. And now sending Bella McLaughlin to the line. Only a freshman, first-year player. This one, a high bounce. Polai comes down with the rebound. Quick outlet. 62 seconds on the clock. Polai gets it back, drives in, swings it around. Curtis looking for some space. The underhanded effort doesn't drop. Almost the tie-up, but it's ripped out of the hands of the Lawrence player. And then a foul will be called. That's called in the backcourt with 49.5 seconds on the clock. 47-39 the score, favoring the Broncos of Hampden Academy. Looking to pick up the win.
So it'll be double bonus the rest of the way.
That's a good point. That's the 10th team foul. They really needed to pick up the foul Lawrence has, just by way of trying to force this game a little bit longer. First one is Cash. Wow. That's a nice little nifty weapon to have come tournament time. McLaughlin pretty good from the stripe. Deep three-pointer from Curtis, trying to answer back. Can't get it. Now a loose ball scrum in the lane. Finally, it's going to be a tie-up. And possession arrow, I'm not sure who it favors. I think it favors Lawrence.
That it does.
36.3 on the clock, 49-39, 10-point lead. Polai gets the lob pass into Hurt. Drives in. This
Good
one
move.
off the window and good.
Back to 8. How long do you wait? I mean, should be seeing a foul already.
Good passing around, trying to eat up as much time as possible. Brilliant with it, and then there's the foul, and that's going to be called on Savannah Weston, the senior.
Yeah, it's tough. You just let 10 seconds rot off.
It's an 8-point game, but 2 shots coming up from the extremely talented senior. She's got a penchant for points, doesn't she? She gets that ball inside. Now doing it from the stripe. And that one's good, 2 for 2. Lead back up to double digits. Coach Winchester saying just no fouls. And then immediately fouls. That's a tough one, though, because he really wasn't playing bad defense, just Polai doing a good job of body positioning and driving into the defensive player.
Yeah. So it leaves us with 12.6, chance to get it to 8.
Which is unfortunate now if you're a Lawrence fan.
Not so much insurmountable. I think we seen a Texas A&M team do it in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago.
Did Reggie Miller do it too? Well, this might be tougher though. Hampden Academy with the ball. Looks like the Dogs have been called off. Bulldogs will not foul. The ball will be just placed at the hip of Brillet. And it will be a 10-point victory when all is said and done as Hampden Academy picks up yet another win. They're maintaining their high positioning in Class A North after they pick up the 51-41 victory over the Lawrence Bulldogs.
Good victory here tonight by the Broncos. Really stemmed off their defense. Was able to up the ante there in the second half. We wondered when they'd come out with that full court pressure and really turned it into some points at the glass. And just Lawrence really couldn't get it going offensively until late in that fourth quarter and chipped away. And a Lawrence team that's definitely going to be right in the mix down the stretch as long as they can hit some shots.
Well, we will step aside for 60 seconds, and when we come back, we'll wrap up this one with a nice, tidy little bow and to get you on to the rest of your Tuesday evening. So we'll do that in 60 seconds' time on WHOU.
Lincoln Power Sports is the leading ATV, snowmobile parts, accessories, and outdoor equipment dealer in Lincoln. Whether you're looking for the latest new products from BRP, Can-Am, Skidoo, or today's best clothing and accessories, we've got it. It's no wonder riders and customers trust Lincoln Power Sports for ATV and snowmobile service and installation of parts and accessories. Stop by our store or browse our extensive online catalog from anywhere in the world. Call 207-794-8100. We would love to hear from you.
This is Ben Adams from Priority Auto Sales. Listen, I know you've been seeing a lot of these orange plates around town lately, and trust me, I'm not just paying people to drive around in our vehicles all day. Every day we're selling cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why? It's simple. Discounted prices up front, great selection, and low pressure sales. We're simply not playing the games. We really are creating a new way to shop for a used vehicle. Check us out at yourpriorityauto.com and like us on Facebook. Priority Auto Sales, Route 1 in Holton.
Back on WHOU, wrapping it up here from the stable at Hampden Academy. 51-41 is the final score. The Hampden Academy Broncos pick up a pretty big win over Lawrence in their lone matchup of the season versus the Bulldogs. Just going back through the game, Ryan, Hampden looked good. At times they were a little bit shaky, maybe not the best play, but you got to give credit to Lawrence, who really battled back. A lot of fighting the old dog.
No, they did. I mean, we talked about at halftime what the adjustments were going to be in the second half, and just Lawrence really couldn't get it going offensively this evening until later in the contest. Really couldn't get over that 7-point buffer. At one point they had it down within 4. Just Hampden really putting it away from the free throw line, but the pressure in the backcourt, full court, really gave the Broncos an opportunity to up the ante and be able to force some turnovers to put some points up the board. And strong effort on the Lawrence side by Delaney Carr, able to really be the hot hand tonight for the Bulldogs. Just came up 10 short.
If we see this matchup again, definitely mark it down in your schedule. It would be in the postseason because it was a fun one here tonight, but might be even better as these teams progress in the second half of this regular season and get a little bit better for what ultimately is the goal, winning a regional or state championship when all is said and done at the end of the month of February. But win number 11 for the Hampden Academy Broncos, and they will move to 11-1, while Lawrence will drop their record down to 7-5, but still a very talented team on both sides, which I'm sure we'll see a lot of brilliance from in the near future.
Both teams I expected to make good runs in the tournament for sure. Hard to believe that we're only 1 month away from that, and you know, like we talk about all the time, the regular season just preps you for the postseason. Seedings come postseason, throw them out the window. All you got to do is win enough to get in and be right there in the end, and everybody's got an opportunity when it comes to neutral site. So.
Oh, absolutely. And again, get ready. You got a month left to get these regular season games in before the tourney time starts, whether it be Portland, Augusta for these teams, or Bangor as well for the Northern Maine teams, at least in B, C, and D. But that's going to do it for us here on WHOU. For my broadcast partner, Ryan Lincoln, I'm Brian Stackpole saying so long from Hampden Academy, where the Broncos pick up a 51-41 victory over the Lawrence Bulldogs. This has been a presentation of high school basketball on WHOU.